Hi everyone, welcome back to MCM Outdoors. It's another local lockdown walk and I'm going to visit Harrock Hill, Harrock Hill Windmill, which is the ruin of an ancient windmill. There'll be lots of information spoken over this one. Try something a little bit different. Once again, I brought the drone, hopefully bring you a different perspective on things. It's a nice winter's day, it's 3 degrees. There's a bit of snow and ice on the ground and a bit more on the higher ground. So, get the kit out the car. I'm going to set off up Harrock Hill, which is just in the foreground of the shot there. So let's go. Hope you enjoy this one. Well folks, here we are, winding our way up the first lane, and behind me you can see Harrock Hill in its winter glory there, with a light dusting of snow. It looks very nice. You might be able to make it out in the footage. We've got a nice moon just rising there above the pines on the horizon. So I'm going to work my way up this lane and into the forest. It's normally very muddy, the ground is really saturated after the weather. I'm going to work my way up the hill through some lovely area of pine forest, and then we will be at the ruins of Harrock Hill Windmill. I'm going to overlay some speaking about the history of this area. It's really nice, and again I'm lucky because it's on my doorstep. Again, just emphasising the benefits of looking beyond what you'd normally do and getting out there, just enjoy what you'd normally overlook. So let's bring the camera and let's crack on. We're winding our way up the first of the footpaths. I don't think these sunglasses are required at the moment, but yeah, we're going to make our way up these farm tracks and start the ascent into the boggy hell. So all of this area forms part of the Harrock estate. I'll tell you about that shortly, but the family own this land, a lot of land around Parbold Hill, Hilldale surrounding area, and there's lots of things that take place here. Pheasant shooting, shooting parties, a lot of farming, and it's a lovely area. It's an awful lot of land for someone to own. We're about to tackle the first stile. We've got the wellies on, which don't offer the best grip, but trust me, they are required, and you're going to see why in a moment as we work our way up the field behind me. And just to the left of your shot, the path loosely follows the fence line up into that pine plantation. Snow and ice, a bit of grapple. Let's crack on. So this is why we've got wellies on. This is why you'll see that is the terrain. It's horrific. Sometimes you just can't beat a pair of wellies for ground like this. and it gets a bit worse. Whilst they don't offer the best grip, you know, chuck them in a bag, just leave them in your boot, give them a bit of a rinse off. But it is the bog of eternal stench, ready to swallow the boots of the unwary traveller. Still feeling out of breath. So there it is, folks, looking out across the West Lancashire Plain, this huge expanse of flat land, which in some cases is only a matter of feet above sea level. So in days gone by, this area, or the area below which we've just been looking at, was submerged. It was underwater. So it's very fertile soils, and there's lots of crops, farm produce grown in the West Lancashire Plain. It's one of the main industries in the area. We're going to crack on up here, up this field, follow that loose path into the trees. What is, look at that, Christmas card, postcard, wish you were here. There we go, the windmill is just in there. Let's go and have another look at this view, see if we can get it to open up a bit. Isn't that nice? Lovely pastel shades in the sky. Harrock Hill summit, trig point, is somewhere over there. And the windmill, the remains of, are in here, which is where we're going to be going. Really grateful for these wellies. If you're going to do this, do not wear trainies. See, wellies all day long when exploring these paths. Windmill is just up here. Let's go.
Harrock Hill is a well-known beauty spot with extensive views over the Lancashire Plain. In the past, Harrock Hill grit, a coarse sandstone, provided the basis of the quarrying industry of the area. Close to the summit of this 147 metre hill are the remains of Harrock Hill Windmill. The building, cut into the gritstone of the hill, was originally 3-storied with cellar and entrance tunnels below ground level. The mill is illustrated as being in use on Yates' 1786 map, but derelict by at least 1845. The stone windmill's remains stand atop the hill today, testament still to local enterprise some 300 years later. The remaining stonework was stabilised and pointed about 1961 or 2 when Peter Moores took over the running. How and why it eventually met its demise as a mill remains a mystery to this day, without further research. As witness the following poem written by a local Maudsley farmer and poet, Frank Culshaw, some 80 years ago. The Old Mill. The trees on Harrock's windswept height had doffed their garb of green, except the spiny pine, and it was crowned in snow, I ween. The mill that stood upon the hill had swung his sails all day, as though he saw the well-filled barns that in the valley lay. But now dark night has cast her veil on all that round him lay. It hid the fields, it hid the woods and Ribble far away. But soon the snow-clad height was lit by flames that mounted high, fanned by the rising western wind, swept upwards to the sky. For many a league the flames were seen from house or rising ground, and by their light the watchers saw the flaming sails go round, till roof, floors, grain crashed down and left alone, when morning broke upon the hill, the blackened walls of stone.
The winter sun is just setting, and I can see that nice dappled light just through the trees. Got my cup off my sis, thanks Beck. But let's get this brew done and we'll relax again. Look at that. There you go, YouTube. That's what happens. For sake, look at the state of that. What a joke. Oh, Jesus Christ. And that, folks, is why you don't use methylated spirits in your tent. Right, I think that's a sign. There's no hot drink today. I might try again in a little bit, but that is so disheartening. Soul destroying. Well, folks, we're undeterred by that comedic disaster. I'm going to get the stove lit again and try again. Every time we try and get a bit of privacy, there's people walking past and thinking that I'm a madman talking to myself in the outdoors. So they're probably right. While waiting for that to boil, we'll just tidy things up here. This is the Serbian Army mess kit, purchased from Dave over at Military Mart. There we are, folks, we can relax a bit now. Yep. Wow, look at that. Look at that. What a sunset. How nice. You could not ask for better than that. As we're waiting for our water to boil. Look at that. Oh. It's what it's all about. A little bit of drama, recover from the situation and carry on. Carry on regardless. Keep going. Keep going. That's almost done. I'm going to get that poured in, enjoy it, and then get back to the car. Yeah, that's fine. Hooray! A hot drink. Hello winter days indeed. So just before I say goodbye, I'll say goodbye back at the car, but again, in reality, what have I done? I've come out, I've had a walk, you know, obviously I've brought the drone with me. You might not have a drone, which is fine, but what have I actually done? I've just come out for a simple walk, brought along a simple stove, 1 sachet of coffee, and it's cost me hardly anything. Obviously I've got the filming gear, but I'm just showing that, you know, people are struggling, aren't they, in lockdown, me included. I live alone, and you know, it's extremely lonely at times. So just getting out, doing this, you know, I filled a few hours of my day, you know, it's given me some structure to my day. Give yourself some structure, get out, first things first, order yourself an OS map or use the digital version, go online and look what's on your doorstep. Again, even if it's a city, like I've said in previous videos, go and walk around overnight. Most people have got phones. Go and take some pictures. Go and buy yourself a cheap tripod for your phone and just experiment. Give yourself something to do. Just get out there. It's what it's all about. Right, it's time to put the rubber seal back in the Meths and get off the hill. Well folks, thank you very much for watching that short video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the history of Harrock Hill Windmill and some of the area. If you have enjoyed the video, please take the time just to do that. Give it a quick thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me out on YouTube, so I would very much appreciate that. Go and enjoy the great outdoors. If you're new to MCM Outdoors, check out the back catalogue, and you know, just a day out makes you feel better. I would encourage you all to get out there and give it a go. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.